Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. So the purpose of this short bonus video is just to explain why there was no video yesterday, and I did kind of explain this in Things with Jingles on Monday. The short version is, PC was at the shop getting some stuff done to it, and while it was there I had the technicians slot in a shiny new RTX4080 graphics card, which I absolutely didn't need, but well, the prices have come down dramatically in the last couple of months, plus I can write it off as a business expense since playing games and producing videos on games is what I do for a living. Which I have to admit is just an excuse, it's not the reason. I just wanted one. Oh boy. There aren't many games around at the moment that can actually take advantage of the power of one of these cards, but Cyberpunk is one of them. Well, let me just show you what this thing can do. So first things first, if you're playing Cyberpunk, or any game for that matter, at 1080p resolution, you don't need one of these graphics cards. You don't even need a 30 series graphics card. Hell, if you're playing at 1080p, you could load this game up, set it to medium graphics settings on a 1080, and you'll get 60 frames per second, and it will look awesome. You only really need a more powerful card if you're playing at higher resolutions. So with my previous graphics card, which was by no means a bad graphics card, an RTX4080, I mean, it's still a very, very good card, but I couldn't turn ray tracing on at 4K resolution and get better than 30 frames per second. With this card, I can. In fact, the ray tracing is cranked right up to psycho settings. So what exactly is this doing? Well, to be completely honest, you don't really notice the difference unless you're looking for it. I mean, subconsciously you do. It just looks better, but you don't actually know why until you start looking for the differences. So have a look at the body of the car here. Super reflective surface. Look at how it is accurately reflecting everything around it in a way that doesn't happen unless you turn ray tracing on. Without ray tracing, you'll see moving lights moving across the surface of reflective surfaces, but they won't be accurate representations of what's going on around it. They'll be kind of blurry, smudgy. It's basically faking proper reflections. With ray tracing on, you get proper reflections. The thing is, while this does look lovely, ray tracing in most games, and Cyberpunk is no exception, it does kind of oversell itself a little bit because it doesn't simulate light being reflected off every surface in the game. Only specific reflective surfaces, like, for example, the body of the car that I'm driving. Patches of water. You'll see as I come out of the bridge here, the road is wet, and it is reflecting light from, well, everything around it. But it's only these specific surfaces that it works on, unless you enable what's known as path tracing, which is a feature that was introduced into Cyberpunk very recently. It's a bit experimental, but it is 100% fully accurate ray traced lighting off every surface in the world. Now, as you can imagine, the processing overheads for this are astronomical. You're not really supposed to play the game with path tracing on. It'll bring your machine to its knees. But what you're watching is me playing the game with path tracing on. I'm still getting 50 frames per second. The thing is, the game still looks great even without all this turned on. But with it turned on, holy shit. And I've still got hours of footage recorded without all of this turned on, recorded on the old graphics card with no ray tracing. So it's going to take a while for it all to catch up, but when it does, you're in for a treat. Take care, folks. More care than I did when I was driving this very expensive car, and I'll catch you next time.